Hi, everybody. We here at McStabber Studios appreciate you tuning in to see our tabletop RPG streams. Some of the content of our streams may be a bit mature and cause emotional responses in viewers. We really take the well-being of our viewers very seriously, and we want you to do what you need to if something triggers you. Mute the stream, take a break, or just skip an episode. Otherwise, if you decide to stay tuned in, we are available in chat during the streams to talk you through it if you need that. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy this game session.
And they said the stones of a man's heart, stony earth in the ground, but we put the cat in there.
So good evening. You've come to speak with your boy Twitch. Want to find out some of the latest news of the Kindred of Chicago? Let's see. Seems a coterie we've been following spent a night at an art exhibit where they got to see Luke put on his little show. I heard a rumor that Annabelle spoke with the coterie for a bit, till being pushed away by that rascal Genghis. Never understood the whole Anarch versus Camarilla thing, but I guess people have to believe in something. I even saw that they had a discussion with Nero again. Strange bird, that one. Always bothers me when I speak to him. Then I get through the network that Eleanor had a vision of the sleeping beast under the lake and the cities. So disturbing. You can feel it in the street. It's so angry, so old. So old. Also, I heard a rumor that there was a new coterie sent out on a task with, of all people, Bronwyn as their handler. Suppose they accomplished their task. But will they have a place in the city? Hard to tell. City is such a dangerous place. I guess we'll find out. It's your boy Twitch. We'll be talking.
And then dead, they don't stay dead. And you shouldn't bury him up in that burial ground. And why did he tell us? Because the cat wasn't right. And then they buried the boy. And the boy came back. And, oh, God. Oh, the memories. Oh.
Good evening. Welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
I'm Gavin, and I play Lamar of Clan La Sombra.
I'm Rylyn Dare, and I'm playing Jacqueline Durand of Clan Venture.
I'm Urian, and I play Roscoe Acres, Clan Tremere.
I'm Mandy. I play Destiny Star Jones, Clan Toreador.
I'm Lady Merowith, playing Eleanor Thurston, Clan Malkavian.
And Plunder's not sick anymore, for everyone who's wondering. He is better from that, but he had another personal issue pop up tonight, so he's unable to play. And, well, he's fine. Hopefully his car is fine as well. So he's really studying these words.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, not much time has passed.
Yep, luckily not. So, but it continues. Lamar is back at least. Welcome back. Glad you're better.
Yes, thank you so much for coming back.
Yep. So good to have you back. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us who know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. When we last were with this coterie, they had gone to an art exhibit. And on the way home from the art exhibit, or back to the steakhouse, because that's where all the vehicles were anyway, Eleanor had a vision. And we're going to pick up tonight's episode right after they arrived back at the steakhouse. They've got a little bit of time before dawn sets in, so they get to spend a little time together at the steakhouse. And I will turn the scene over to the players as they're walking in a steakhouse to find an individual in there waiting on them.
Jackie and Eleanor taking up the rear. Jackie has Eleanor by the arm, basically supporting her because the vision really shook her.
Then I guess I'll be walking in. Hey, Lamar, where you been? We were waiting for you.
I've been waiting here for you guys. Where we all said we were going to meet here and then go to the gallery, right?
We sent you a text, a long time ago.
I haven't gotten a single ping. You got to be kidding me.
Yep, a text just came in for Lamar.
Lamar, meet us at the steakhouse. We're on our way. Lamar, where are you? Okay, Lamar, are you coming or not? Puts his phone on the table. My bad.
And as Jackie and Eleanor walk in, you missed an eventful night. And I
It
sit
certainly
Eleanor
was.
down.
I sit down.
And I sit beside her and hold her hand.
And they do come in. Jackie had a painting that she had picked up. Did you bring it in with you?
No.
Okay, so that's still in the vehicle.
Yeah.
But Lamar, you do see a picture of yourself, hand-drawn, in a frame with snakes coming out of your pants, posted right outside your private room there in the Haven.
You know, yeah, Obtenebration can do that. They can definitely do that. I like this. Oh, who drew this? Who drew this?
I did.
Eleanor, thank you. I love it. Oblivion can totally do this. And no, I'm not going to say that. I just want to say thank you. I like it.
Oh, I'm so glad that you like it.
I do. I like it a lot.
I hope maybe you feel like you're a part of the group now with a little bit of decoration.
Look, we all got a little heated last time. I'd like to apologize for my part in that. And like I said, I like this. Sorry I didn't show up for the art gallery thing. I'm sure nobody even noticed I wasn't there. So, I mean,
Actually,
it
Nero
went well,
did.
right?
Nero
Yeah.
was there
Oh.
looking for you again.
Yeah. Au
Man,
contraire.
you think I stiffed him on a 20 or something the way he's looking for me? What do you want now?
He wants to meet you.
Of course he does. I mean, the one guy that has absolutely no standing around here, he wants to meet.
Yeah. I think he's curious about you.
There's nothing to be curious about. I mean, I'm here
I'm
with
sure
the
not,
delegation.
but he's very curious about you because you ended up catching Kathy's eye. So
Hey, I did what I was asked. I left her alone.
I know you did, but he's already taken note and he's very interested to find out if he can draw the violence out of your blood.
Oh, where I come from, that means pull your lungs out through your nostrils.
Basically,
So,
that's how I kind of took it too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not from the streets per se, but I'm not going to say my upbringing was all that hoity-toity. You'd be surprised. But really, I even questioned him. I'm like, is that a threat? And he was like, no, I didn't mean it as a threat. And I'm like, okay, thinking to myself, that sounds like a threat. But I think it is driven by curiosity, but I'm going to tell you something about Nero, Lamar, for real. I mean, I know all of us at various points can be a bit indifferent to loss of life and things like that. He's so far removed. I hate to say it. I think he's more dead inside than Portia.
that's a hell of a that would be a hell of a feat to accomplish, which gives me all the more reason to keep dodging that particular meeting.
Yeah, definitely. If you ever do run across him, you need to jet the fuck out if you're alone.
Thank you for the heads up.
Yeah.
I will
You're
go ahead
welcome.
and keep that in mind.
You're welcome. Now, Eleanor, what did you see?
Oh, Lamar, you weren't there. We were talking about what some of the weird things Nero had said. And I asked if a city can have a beast because he seemed to hear it. And I've seen things. And then there is something wrong. There is something underneath the city. It's everywhere. It's in the land. It's in the water. And it's there. It's really there. There's somebody that knows about it, but I don't know. I couldn't see them in the vision. I couldn't see them, but I was certain that there's somebody knows about it. And that it was so big and dark and it reaches out and it keeps reaching out.
You say like under the city or just in the city?
Under it, in its very essence, in the very land, in the soil, in the water, as if it's seeped into it.
Think Eldritch horror.
Yes.
And as Jackie says that, she takes a handkerchief out of her purse, a black silk one, and hands it to Eleanor in case Eleanor gets tearful.
Thank you, Jackie.
Of course, darling, of course.
Lamar looks around everyone. Anyone have any idea what that could mean?
No, I mean, there's always been this vibe in the city. I feel it from time to time. That was something why I brought it up during the conversation we had in the car over, because Nero approached me at the gallery since at the Succubus Club, when you had left early that evening and he came looking for you, he asked me if I could hear the violence in his music, and I could. And then he asked me if I could notice it in the pictures that were done by a certain kindred in our city, and I said I could. And he asked me if I could hear the violence in the city itself, and I told him I couldn't yet, that I wasn't that far gone. But I could feel the vibe, the emotion, the feeling. For sometimes I get these, it's my instincts. It's like I feel it crawling up my skin. Like the city's on the edge of just imploding on itself. From rage, from tension, from anger, from...
Thought, well, I mean, we were kind of feeling that when we were handling that Sabat guy. I thought maybe once he was gone, that would maybe would
alleviate.
fade away. But if it hasn't, then
It has a little bit, but not significantly.
all right. So it means I guess there's more work to do.
And I flat out said, okay, well, if this is what's going on, how we can't deal with the whole thing overall. I'm sure we look at what we are and what we have control over. Okay. I mean, we just don't hold that kind of power, but we can at least try to maybe figure out how to sever one of its arms that's in our domain,
Mm-hmm.
So, because, I mean, we've got to clean this place up, but if we have this working against us, it's going to stop us every time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you guys remember, like from well, probably not. I was going to say from like your history classes, but there are so many ships that sank on the Great Lakes. When Martin and I were traveling from New York to Chicago, he had kind of, just to pass the time while we were traveling, was mentioning that there's some old Native American legends about how the spirit of the lake and the spirit of the land here is not right.
Interesting.
And we had to be super on our guard because the goblin roads outside the city are super dangerous because of
That
it.
I did know. That I did know about the goblin roads, but interesting.
So it's very old. If people so long ago knew about it.
Who do we know in this city that's Native American?
I don't know, but I could find out.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Maybe.
Because if they are Native American and perhaps of some age, they may know something.
Before I go back to my haven tonight, I'll see if I can swing by a friend's house.
Okay.
And maybe put out some feelers.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Destiny.
Yeah, that'll work. If you need any backup, let us know.
Yeah, please.
I think I got this one. My friend is private.
Okay, understood.
Fair enough. Roscoe, you think anyone at your chantry might know something? Maybe have some information?
Yes, it's possible. They've been here for quite a while. We can ask around. Certainly wouldn't hurt.
I mean,
I can go ask the keeper if he has any books, or he knows anyone, in someone really old and Native American from the region. He might know. I can ask.
I think that would help too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Eleanor, will you be okay?
I
Or do you need me to stay with you tonight? Or today?
I mean, if it wouldn't put you out.
Of course not.
Thank you, Jackie. I would appreciate it.
Would you like to stay in your place or mine?
Maybe your place.
Understood. It's secure.
If it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. Okay. So that was our eventful evening. Oh, and of course, various other kindred, but nothing really important. But
I slapped an anarch.
yes, you did. And that was spectacular.
On purpose?
I mean, how do you accidentally slap someone, Lamar?
It happens, but as long as he doesn't come here looking for trouble, then we're all right.
Oh, no.
I think if anything, he's going to come here looking to recruit.
Yes, that seemed to be his MO tonight. Was trying to recruit.
Yeah. He wasn't upset about it at all.
He
thought
played
it was just
along.
part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he was making a scene in an Elysium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anarch.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take Eleanor home. So, you guys have a safe day's sleep.
Yeah, you as well.
And
be careful going home.
We will. It's okay, Eleanor.
It's okay, dear. I've got you. Got you. Come on.
Thank you.
And so the coterie makes their separate ways as they leave the steakhouse. Now, I know Destiny, as an individual, she's going to work to go see. She is going to go and speak with, actually, Destiny is invoking her lore sheet to gather some secret information, which will be sent to her. I'm not actually going to put that on screen because how much that Destiny chooses to reveal is going to be Destiny's choice about the information she has gained from her lore sheet. That's the nature of lore sheets. Roscoe is planning to go to the Chantry, though I don't know if there's enough time tonight to get any real research done in the Chantry. It's still possible you could go there and lay the preliminary work, and Eleanor and Jackie return to
Jackie's Haven.
Lamar, having missed out on all the fun of the night, do you just go back to your haven and...
Actually, Lamar's going to stay in his place at the steakhouse because he's going to want to be nearby to pick up a couple of things tomorrow and get a frame for that. Oh, the picture's already framed?
Mm-hmm. Professionally framed and matted.
He is going to hang that bad boy up in his room.
So, with the coming of the dawn, the kindred of this coterie sleep. And as the sun sets once again, you start to rise from your undead slumber. I will need a rouse check for waking from everybody here. Let's see who got hungrier. Destiny and Jackie and Lamar.
No, we didn't. We succeeded.
Oh, sorry, you succeeded.
No,
Roscoe and Eleanor got hungrier as the undead beast takes over, and the undead or the vampire blood needs to be fed once in a while. So what is everyone's plans on this night? Or, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to skip a few days with what's been going on and people gathering some info. Has anyone got special plans other than, I know Roscoe's going to go check his chantry to see if he can find anything, and Destiny is gathering some information, and I'm typing it out now. So everyone else will need to figure out, are you just meeting at Steakhouse? Anything good like that?
Jackie and Eleanor are going to have a private conversation at her haven.
Well, that works, because while I'm typing this out, you can have your conversation.
Unless Lamar would like to do something in the meantime.
Lamar will he's going to actually do a bit of a circuit around the domain once he's awake and it's dark enough.
Okay, you're going to do your walk right now. You've picked up your weapons from the pawn shop, or from the surplus store.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yeah, he's going to keep one of them at the steakhouse, and he'll have one for himself as well.
Okay, and I will let Eleanor and Jackie have their scene.
How are you feeling this evening, darling?
A little better, a little bit.
Yeah.
It was one of the scarier visions I've ever had.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I've never seen anything quite like that before. Monsters, but not that kind of monster.
I know some consider it a gift, but I understand it can at times be a curse.
It is definitely both. It's helpful sometimes, and for the price to pay for that helpfulness is steep.
Mm-hmm.
But the better to be forewarned if there is something that nefarious in the very land that has been here so long.
It's just interesting. It seems to be based on the way you described it and the feelings I get in the city. If that's what's causing the feelings I get, it's not directed at anything in particular. It's just angry.
Yeah. It's almost as if it is its nature.
Yeah. That's honestly terrifying. Honestly
Yes.
terrifying. That is certainly a rabbit hole I'm not certain I want to go down. But I need to ask a favor.
Of course, anything.
I have had a lot weighing on me recently.
I have sensed it, and I take your hand.
She smiles and squeezes your hand gently. And I think sending that young woman, even though she had been embraced to her demise, just kind of made it overflow at this point. I should have stopped that. I should have ordered him to release her to me when we met him in the street.
Wait, you couldn't know what he was going to do?
I should have known. I should have just known. You can never trust anyone to stick to their word.
Especially someone like that.
Right. But idiot me, benefit of the doubt and all, but you know. There's someone that I'm concerned about.
Oh.
And I have used everything in my power to try to locate them, and I can't. And that it wasn't inconsiderable. I can usually locate just about anyone I need.
You can? Who is it?
My sire,
Oh,
Nolan.
has something happened to him? Do you think?
He was in London 7 years ago.
Oh. And you have not heard from him since?
We've never gone this long.
Would you like me to try and see him? If I can see what happened?
Would it help if I got you a photo of him?
Yes. Yes, that would be very helpful as a focus.
Thank you. I hate to ask you for this. I never ask you for personal.
I know, but this is important. And if I can help at all, I mean, I know I would ask for help if I thought something had happened to Dolly. And I know you would help me.
Absolutely, I would. Absolutely. And she
I'll do
gets
anything
she gets up and goes to her private quarters and takes out a photo she has of her sire, and walks back in the room and gives it to Eleanor. He is a blonde, blue-eyed gentleman, appears Norwegian descent.
And I take the photo and I look at the photo for a long moment. And then I attempt a premonition, focusing on Jackie's sire.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
All right.
Resolve all specs.
Aspects, resolve. Whee!
5 successes. You focus your undead supernatural senses on this picture. And you see a city. Not a peaceful one, but not at war either. And then a white fire sweeps through the city. And as it sweeps through the city, you sense many unholy beings were destroyed by the fire that purged through. Some survived. Some did not. This one in particular that you're trying to get a vision on, their life was in the balance. Their unlife was in the balance. They crept away, injured mortally. But whether they recovered or not, you can't see. There is something that's blocking your view of them. And then your vision returns.
I see the city and the fire that swept through it, white fire. And many were killed, many like us. But some escaped, and it was so close. It was a tipping point, a fulcrum. And he crept away. He was injured. I can't see how grievously. And I can't, there's something blocking, and I can't see if he's recovered or where he is now. It's a block. It's running against a wall. I can't see beyond it.
I grab your hand and I say, thank you. You have given me such a gift.
I hope it's enough.
It's hope.
That is good then. But I wish I could see more.
Don't worry. You did plenty. Thank you so much.
Works.
I was terrified because you normally see tragic things.
I was worried too when I saw.
But I had
that
to know.
white fire.
I had to know. I now know what I need to do to find him. I have a good idea of what might be blocking you.
Oh, good. I hope you can find him, and soon.
Thank you.
And I hope all is well, too.
Thank you. He has a very dangerous job. And I always know that there's a risk that he'll just be gone. But I had hoped that I could find him, and when I couldn't after so long, you were my last hope.
I'm glad that I could see something of worth.
And Jackie leans in and actually hugs you.
Yeah, Eleanor returns the hug.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Well, shall we go over to the steakhouse?
Yes, I suppose we should, especially
Unless there's some.
since...
Actually, would you like to? I know last night at the gallery was quite uncomfortable for you, and I appreciate you being such a trooper in spite of that. Would you like to go to a patisserie?
Yes.
Let's stop there
Yes,
and then go to the
would.
steakhouse.
All right. You have the best ideas, Jackie.
And that's where we will fade out.
Okay, so you are heading to this other location.
Yeah, we are getting a pastry, basically treat, and then
That works.
and then going to the steakhouse.
And Lamar's been walking the neighborhood, checking things out now. You notice, Lamar, that the hostility that was there before is not as bad. It's still there, but as opposed to a powder keg, it's a slow cooker. It's just a low-level simmer, not quite the full edge of what you were experiencing every other time you went. You're not quite sure how one individual could have made that much of an impact on things, or even if it is that one individual. But you do know that it's not like it was before.
Lamar will, swing by the jazz joint, maybe just make sure there's no fights brewing between people on the street or something. Just keep an eye out.
Oddly enough,
Sure that
this is very odd for your area. You haven't seen any fights tonight. As I said, it's not nearly as hostile. But what changed other than eliminating one individual is... But something has changed. Something is different. And you spend some time just working the neighborhood and checking everything out. Now, the crime is still there. You do see a number of, people that are waiting for later in the night when the drunks start moving around so that they can roll them, get their money, pickpocket them. But the violence is not like it was. Begging the question, why?
And once he's completed his circuit, he's going to return to the steakhouse and wait for everyone to arrive.
It's not a quick walk around. I know you're not doing the fast walk around. You're slowly working through it. So I'm sure you get there about the time I know that Jackie and Eleanor would have arrived. Mm-hmm. Roscoe is checking at his at the chantry, and you have asked the keeper to pull some books for you, and he is gathering you up local legends and stuff from the library. You should be able to get that at the end of the night.
Okay.
A full, list of what he has now. That could be a lot of books. It could be one or two, but he is pulling them. Destiny had her meeting the night before, and I'm sure has been processing. And when she shows up, when she's ready, but I know Lamar gets there as Jackie and Eleanor are coming in the door as well. And if Roscoe and Destiny wish to be there, that's up to you. And I'll turn the scene over to the players.
Okay. Before I arrive, I did ask the keeper, did my book come back in from circulation, or is it still out?
What book?
The book of hieroglyphics that I had brought to you.
I do not recall you brought a book to me.
Really? Do you recall me asking you for some books helping me to translate a book?
Yes, I do remember that, Master Roscoe, but...
Because those books were needed in relation to the hieroglyphics book.
I thought that was just studying. I don't remember you dropping off any other books.
No, that was the only one I dropped off.
Let me check my logs. And he goes to a book that he opens up and he flips through and flips through. I do not see where you dropped off additional books.
Okay, now that's interesting. And his ledger, it doesn't look like it's been erased or anything
not
changed.
That you can see. Now, it's hard for you to read what he's written. You're not sure what language he writes his book in, but it's definitely not English.
Okay, well, I'm not going to push him too hard on it, but that definitely gives me something new to think about.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that Portia would use cloud memory on him, but cloud ledger, something that would completely change his record of intake and checking out. So I will have to think about that.
And so I will turn the scene over to the players. Roscoe and Destiny, you can either be there already or show up when you're ready and add yourself to the scene when you feel appropriate. Time for the
Destiny would be there with Hyde.
Oh, with Hyde? Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Okay. So Jackie and Eleanor walk in. And Jackie is smiling broadly. And Eleanor, do you still seem nervous or are you calmer?
I'm calmer.
Okay.
I feel a little bit better, smiling a little bit more.
Okay.
As I come in.
Oh, Destiny and Hyde.
Hyde. Hello.
How did things...
Hyde has been asking to get out of the house, so
it's fine.
Figured she could come.
Yep, it's fine. Were you able to get anything?
A little bit. I got some leads.
Good.
Do you want to go get tattooed?
Tattooed?
Storyteller? Jackie's been in the city for about 15 years. Does she know who does tattoos?
I will let you roll.
Okay.
Because this isn't always discussed. You can go intelligence. If you wish to go etiquette, sure. Academic, sure. Investigation, one of those three. Pick one.
Let me look and see what I got best. I think they're all the same.
Lamar will arrive.
You've got 2 dots of etiquette,
and
one of academics.
I'll do etiquette.
And 2 of investigation. So 3 successes, that's enough.
Yep.
You know of a very, very exclusive tattoo parlor called The Painted Lady that caters to kindred. It is invite only.
Do you have an invitation to The Painted Lady?
Not yet.
Oh, but is that the lead?
That was what my friend was able to give me.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure I have the connections to get an invite to somewhere like that, but... Interesting.
What if we break in?
No. I do know you don't do that there.
That would be a bad idea.
It sounded fun.
What? Roscoe comes in. What sounds like fun?
Breaking into a tattoo parlor.
No, it's much more than a tattoo parlor.
Why would you want to break into a tattoo parlor?
That was
Good question.
Well, I mean, have you ever looked at like tattoo artists' books of like their work that they've done and what they can do?
Oh, it is beautiful.
It is beautiful, but no, I've never looked at them seriously. Like I would want to get a tattoo.
I just know that parlor is run by someone that is very particular about their clientele.
And also apparently potentially Native American.
Interesting. That I did not know. I don't know specifics on the owner. I just know of the reputation. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, we could go and knock on the door and introduce ourselves and say, "Hi, we want to give you money to get Roscoe a tattoo."
Wait. How did I get involved in this?
You said you'd never had a tattoo before.
That does not imply that I want to have a tattoo.
Why not?
Because it does not.
What happens if you tattoo a rune on yourself, Roscoe?
I have not tried, nor had I even thought of intending to do so.
Now,
I mean,
Roscoe, you do know that
sounds
they
like
do
a great
tattoo.
idea.
Roscoe, you do know that they do use a rune and tattoo to brand thin bloods in some cities, which is Tremere shit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think about doing it to myself. But, what about a nice Toreador tattoo for you, Destiny?
Oh,
I mean,
my body is a temple. You can't ruin perfection like this with perfection that belongs on the wall.
I can't really argue with that.
Oh.
It's a good point.
It's a good idea.
I mean, we need to talk to this painted lady, right?
Did your source possibly give you any avenues for which we could go about getting to talk to her?
Well, Gavin, or what's his name?
Lamar?
No, not Lamar.
Oh.
The Anarch.
Genghis.
But
he had his tattoo, he said, before Embrace.
He might still know somebody.
He did mention.
He might.
That rumor has it that there is someone who can tattoo a kindred. He mentioned it specifically at the art.
He might. And I'm sorry, but I have my own certain feelings about why he was allowed in Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
Something seems off there. Didn't he say he had a bar in Southside?
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
You would rather go to a mosh pit than just go knock on the door of a tattoo parlor.
I would rather go to a mosh pit than knock on a door of a tattoo parlor and be turned away in shame.
Have you ever been to a mosh pit?
No.
Have you?
Okay, this sounds like fun.
So we're going with a mosh pit?
Unless y'all want to. We have two options. We can go knock on the door, see how we can go about getting an invitation to speak with her, or we go talk to Genghis, which is the Anarch we met last night.
We'll probably get further going to see Genghis.
He's going to want so much.
I don't know. Maybe we could just head on over to the tattoo parlor. I mean, if we can't get in, we can at least just check the place out, see.
How about, Lamar, then you and Destiny go to the tattoo parlor and then come back and let us know how that went?
Okay.
Sure.
That sounds good.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Eleanor or Roscoe, can you guys please do me a favor?
What can we do for you?
Of course.
I need you to record Jackie's face when the mosh pit starts.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a job for the two of you.
I suppose I could do that.
I'm sure Eleanor will actually draw a doodle of me. You should see some of the ones she's done, Lamar. They're hilarious.
Hey, I'm loving the one I got, so.
I'm so glad you like it, Lamar. I'll have to do a better one next time.
I'm going to have a request when you do, so let me know when you get around to it.
Okay. I'll make sure to let you know.
All right.
So the plan is for Lamar and Destiny to go check out the Painted Lady,
Mhm.
and Jackie and Roscoe and Eleanor
Mhm.
to go to a bar you were told to go to. Now, the name of this bar
Oh, God.
is called Bangers.
Fantastic.
It's on the east side of Chicago.
Mhm. You said South Side.
Well, yeah, but it's right at that edge. It's
Okay.
east side and south side are kind of mutable at times. It's on the southern side of Chicago because the east side is actually wrapping around part of the lake because of where downtown is and all. But that's where you...
Isn't there an Elysium there, a park?
Not when you want to probably go to.
Mm.
I will double check my map real quick. Now, looking at for the Painted Lady, you check online, and the Painted Lady is actually located in the north side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, down in this way, you're looking for an Elysium.
I thought there was one at the park.
I'm looking real quick in that section of town because there is not one that far down where they are.
Oh, okay.
There is one not far from it, but it's not really what I would call a true full Elysium. You're thinking of where Damien.
No, where what's her name? The gangrel runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not quite there.
Okay.
But I mean, you're reaching the edge of the city at that point. So, you know, it's out of the edge of everything. Now, let's go deal with the Painted Lady first. We'll start going there. Now, while the rest of the coterie, because it's closer. So while the rest of the coterie is heading down to Bangers, Lamar and Destiny are going to the north side of Chicago. Now, who's driving? Because Destiny doesn't seem to have a car.
Destiny doesn't have a car.
Okay.
Lamar will drive.
If you want to have a scene to discuss anything, you can go ahead with you two in the car together, and then I will, once you arrive there, I will let you know what you're at.
Really a mosh pit? Is that what they're really gonna? Those three at a mosh pit.
What Genghis said was there, and he said that everybody's friends in the mosh pit.
That's never how a mosh pit's ever been described to me. But hey, maybe they do it differently now. So we get there and you do all the you do the talking, you know, get us in there with your winning ways because this is your lead. So
Okay.
I got your back here. And yeah, all right. Sounds like we got a plan here.
Yeah, I think that this will be great.
Rather quiet, uncomfortable ride for you two.
Yep.
Yep.
Awkward silence the rest of the way.
You're welcome.
And when you arrive there, you do find the building. Sign plainly says, The Painted Lady. There's no windows that are open. They are basically covered, completely shut, so you can't see what's on inside. Big sign says right at the front, by appointment only. But there is a door with a buzzer.
Is there a phone number or anything?
No,
Okay.
just a door with a buzzer. And it's a metal door.
Lamar's going to take just a look at the general area to see how it looks around here. Is it like
You're in the north side. You are in a part of the town full of artisans, art galleries. There are numerous tattoo parlors, but not the kind you see on the inner city. These are the kinds of tattoo parlors that are upscale, boutique clientele.
Blood culture level rising. All right.
This is venture.
Destiny is going to get out of the car and grab Hyde out of the back seat.
Okay.
Lamar, are you you want to come? Are you just going to stay in the car, be a getaway driver?
No, I'll join you.
Okay.
So he'll get out of the car. He'll close, lock it up, and he will follow Destiny on over to the building.
To this large metal door that it's well kept. It's not like it's perfectly clean, like somebody cleans it nightly.
Are there any cameras?
Not a single camera.
Okay.
Not a single thing looking where you are, just a buzzer.
Destiny is going to not quite at the door yet, but she's going to stop and have a quick little conversation with Hyde.
Okay.
Hyde, dear, you know the disappearing trick that I taught you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing, for your best treats ever, I will get you the real kind and some actual cat grass and catnip. I need you to disappear right next to this door. I'm going to press the buzzer. And when the door opens, I want you to sneak in and then disappear again. You're going to be gathering some information for me, okay?
Oh, okay. How do I get out?
We'll press the buzzer again in a little bit.
Okay. Just get treats.
And
you
we might
don't
not
have to give me
even
treats if you let me out of the bag on the ride home so I can pee in the back seat.
Will you pee right before I get out of the car? Because you know that it doesn't smell good.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble.
You do realize that you peeing in the back of the car will get me in trouble, Hyde.
But I'm an animal.
You are an animal, you're right. But you're a very smart animal, and Lamar knows that you are my animal.
Fine, I'll take the treats. I'm gonna pee on his stuff. It's gonna happen.
Okay. So just in case, if we don't buzz the door again quickly, find a window or a basement, or just do the stray cat thing. I mean, strays adopt people all the time, right?
Sure. I adopted
just
you.
Go with it, okay? I thought I adopted you.
Well, that's what we let you think.
Right. Okay. Well, be safe and hide while you're in there.
Okay, I can do that. And this whole time, Lamar, you hear like little purrs and meow sounds as she's talking to this animal.
Yeah, look, that shit will never not be unnerving. So Lamar's just going to be like, mm-hmm. And wait for someone to buzz the door.
All right. So Destiny will set Hyde down.
Okay.
And she will walk up and buzz the door.
Okay. Now, how long do you wait after you buzz the door for the door to open?
As long as it takes.
Okay. And you buzz the door and minute passes. 2 minutes pass. 3 minutes pass. And then the door slides open. And stays open. And you can see a small waiting area beyond. With the door open.
But no one's there.
No one is there. But the door does not close.
Come on, Lamar. Let's go. And Destiny will grab him and like shove him into the door.
Lamar will step through the door and then stand there and like he's waiting to talk to someone.
You step through the door and clear the doorway. The door closes. And now we're going to flash to Jackie, Eleanor, and Roscoe.
Okay, so I hope you realize I'm not actually going to that fucking mosh pit, right?
Let's hope not.
I didn't think that you were. No.
Okay. So, I mean, if y'all really want to pursue that route with Genghis, feel free, but I'm not going.
Mm.
You're riding over right now to bangers, though.
So what do we do instead?
As we're riding, do we feel the same kind of tension and anger that we do in our own domain?
You never really notice it in the car. You can't feel the street beneath your feet. You can't feel the earth beneath your feet as you're driving. So you don't feel that in the vehicle, other than the normal amount of aggressive you're in a vehicle and people are driving like idiots.
You know what? On second thought, I will go into the fucking mosh pit. He came up into our house and made a scene. I can make a scene in his. Uptown girl in his downtown fucking bar. Yeah, we can do this.
It would make a nice little video for Destiny.
It would. She'd love it.
So you arrive at this bar called Bangers. Now, it's not in a nice part of town for sure. And you can hear the music long before you get out of the vehicle.
Metal?
It's actually more of a hardcore metal grunge mix. It's not quite like Slayer style, but it's
garbage.
Punk grunge
good
would be a better description of it.
Teach their own.
And the place, relatively busy. It's not like Succubus Club. It's not even got the capacity for like the Succubus Club. But it's a good sized place.
All right, I'm going to rouse Blush of Life.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see if the fun happens. Oh.
Nope. Jackie's got that beast on lockdown.
No fun at all. Oh, see, y'all are not letting me do the beast.
Today.
Not today, storyteller.
I know, I see that.
Is
Suitably dramatic moment.
Roscoe going to rouse to look alive?
Oh, God.
Oh, you did it. Yay.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that.
So you approach the bar, and as you approach the bar / club, there's no line, unlike many of the ones you see in the downtown parts of Chicago. But there is somebody at the door, and they give you an eye.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you want to come in here.
Genghis invited us.
He did he?
Indeed.
You sure you want to listen to him?
Like to speak with him.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. It's fine. Go on in.
Thanks.
Have yourself a wonderful time. If you get your asses kicked, don't say I didn't warn you.
Not here to start trouble.
Yeah, but you're not the type that comes in here. Let's just say that you may not start trouble, but trouble will come looking.
That's fine.
And as you step into the place, yeah, you are definitely not the crowd for this building. There's a lot of leather, a lot of piercings, a lot of spiked collars, spiked bracelets, boots. I mean, it is definitely everything you'd expect from a grunge, punk, hard rock, metal kind of place.
Do I see the bald blowhard anywhere?
You don't see him when you come in. But you do see the mosh pit. And it is lively. The band playing has a chicken wire between them and the mosh pit as everyone is going crazy. Now, the interior, other than the mosh pit, is rather dimly lit. But there's a number of places you could set a number of tables because most of the people are either standing around smoking in complete violation of all the rules about smoking in a bar or in the pit.
I'm going to take a seat at the bar and I'm going to order a drink.
Okay. What'd it be?
I'll stand.
What you got on tap?
Tap.
Okay, what you got by bottle?
MGD.
I'll take it.
Pulls out a Miller Genuine Draft bottle.
And now, what do you have that's really good?
This ain't no fancy kind of place.
I understand. Do you have any liquor?
Oh,
or is
we
it
got
just the
liquor.
beer? Okay.
You want some whiskey?
I'll love whiskey. Neat.
How about some 151?
Sure.
We're gonna do it. Let's party.
Let's
I mean,
do it.
you obviously are slumming, so let's jump to the chase and start with the good stuff, and that way you can get suitably drunk.
Absolutely.
And this bartender, you can see with the belligerent look on his face, he's not impressed with you all at this place.
That's fine.
So yeah, he pulls out some Bacardi 151 and
Perfect.
pours a
That's
nice.
not whiskey, that's rum, but okay.
No, he said 151.
That's fine.
You said go ahead. So
Go
he
ahead.
pulls out 151.
Light or dark?
And I'm looking, I'm
Dark.
like, okay, and where's the whiskey too?
Pulls out a bottle. It's Wild Turkey.
Really? That's not whiskey.
It's bourbon. Close enough.
Keep that. Keep
You know,
that.
these people around here don't know the difference.
They don't know the difference, and that's a damn shame.
And when he says that, you hear a woman's voice. Some of us know the difference.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to share a picture real quick. And then we're about to flash back to the other group. Got to find her picture real quick. Okay, she's not where she's supposed to be. Oh, there he is. Here we go. Bring up her picture. Come on. African-American woman. Looked to be in her mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
Rail thin. I mean, rail thin. Dark brown eyes. She got jeans and a band t-shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just kind of got almost like an amused look on her face as she looks at you all. And now we flash back to the other crew. As you're sitting in this lobby of this building, at first you hear nothing, just left alone. And then a woman, we'll say a woman steps out. She's obviously female. No way to deny that. Let me find her picture as well. She is wearing, the clothes she's wearing exposes a good amount of her skin. She's got midriff shirt, sleeveless, very short pants. She's very thin, but she has distinctive spiky bone spurs that you can see coming out of each of her vertebrae in her back as she walks past, as well as the tips of her shoulders. She's got acid green eyes. And the most striking thing of all of this is she's covered from head to toe in tattoos. Everything but her face. Lush vegetation, flowers, vines, trees, grass. In very vivid hues. And it wraps around her entire body.
Stunning.
Thank you. And this is where we are going to go to break. We will be back in 10 minutes with the Toreador and the La Sombra about to meet. Very interesting woman. And the rest of the coterie also about to meet a very interesting woman. We will see you in 10 minutes.
Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? My soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within, to burrow within. Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, and that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, deeply beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins. She really, who is she really? Blood Countess. Who is she really? Elizabeth Bathory. Wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals, keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory. Let's King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, deeply beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, deeply youthful, the Blood Countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood Countess. Who is she really? Elizabeth Bathory.
Welcome back. Before the break, we had Destiny and Lamar taking a trip to the Painted Lady, while Eleanor and Jackie and Roscoe were down at Bangers, which is, a bar that Genghis told them to hang out at, and they were just running into an individual. We're going to go back to Destiny and Lamar first, as this lady comes out, and Destiny had paid her a compliment about her tattoos. Do you like them?
Of course. They're stunning. They're beautiful.
And one day, perhaps we can return this wonderful place to nature, so the world can be a garden. I've heard of you.
I get that a lot.
You are the one who was raised by Martin. And she looks over at Lamar, and that would make you our recently convert, Lasambra?
Yeah, that's me. It's Lamar. Nice to meet you.
Lamar. I rarely get unannounced visitors. Most understand this is by invite only. And yet, tonight I've been disturbed by two. And I'm curious why you would come.
A very dear friend of mine spoke incredibly highly of you, almost reverently. And he said that you may know someone that was one of the first peoples.
Interesting. I bet you I can guess who told you about me. How fares his tent city?
Lovely as ever.
Why are you looking? For one of the mothers blessed.
I'm sure you have been told about the domain that we have been granted.
I have heard rumors.
There's an undertone, a feeling of violence. And I remembered from when Martin and I left New York, I don't want to say myths, because obviously they hold truth, but the stories of the land not feeling healthy. And I figured that maybe one of the first peoples could, well, what's it called? With the sage, the rituals.
Why would you want to do that, dear? The land is seeking to return to what it should be, to the Eden it was. Before, and she looks over at Lamar, his kind ruined it all. The Dark Mother wants what's best. Not this polluted monstrosity that we've built in its place.
We want the same, right, Lamar? We just want it to happen peacefully. Right, Lamar?
Yeah.
Our kind,
Lamar's a
doesn't-
terrible liar.
our kind doesn't bring peace. Our kind only knows pain and destruction. And when the Dark Mother comes and returns things to the garden they were, balance will be restored. Peace will be found
Martin,
for us, not him. Not for any of the hymns.
Martin never really told me of the Dark Mother. I'd love to hear about her.
He wouldn't know. He would not be allowed to know. He is not of the mother. He is of the one that was cast out, that betrayed her.
Is Lamar catching on to where she's going with that?
As
As a spot, maybe?
former Sabat, yeah, I think you understand where her beliefs are lying.
Ah, I get it. Yeah, Destiny, you might be better off handling this part of the conversation for yourself. I think she's got something special she wants to share with you in that regard.
Okay. Why don't you
Yeah.
go
and
back
he
out?
will-
Wait, Lamar, wait. Destiny's going to scoop up Hyde and hand Hyde over to Lamar.
I have not said he can leave yet. You are in my house. In my
Would you like
garden.
him to sit on the couch?
Why should I let you leave? Simple question.
Because I'm worth far more alive than I am not, or unalive.
I will let you leave for her.
Fair enough.
And she looks over and you don't see her make a signal, but the door opens. You hear a pop as the mechanism unlatches. She'll be out shortly.
You have a good night now. And he'll take Hyde. He grabs him by the scruff of his neck and he will walk out with him.
And as he's walking out, you hear High Destiny go, "Hey, stop. Gonna piss on you."
Do it.
He's going to hold him, but he's going to hold him
I mean,
facing
the cat is
outward.
definitely, you can see the look in the cat's eyes. The cat is not happy with you. And once you step out, the door closes. Do you really wish to learn of the mother? The first mother?
Martin took me in and raised me as his own. And one of the things that he taught me, which I've been told is very un-Toreador, is that I should seek knowledge. And this is an area where my knowledge is lacking.
There is a price for knowledge. There is a pain for knowledge. Nothing worth having is gotten without the pain and the suffering and all the things that set you free. The one you seek, I can pass a message to. She can tell you more of the mother, as she taught me. She can be in touch. But understand, when the garden returns, those who are descended from Cain will not be permitted to see it, for they have spurned the gift of the mother, as he did.
All of those that are descended from Cain?
All of those who do not embrace the mother. But a father cannot be of the mother now, can they?
But the father and the mother could work hand in hand.
No, that was tried. He betrayed her. She taught him much. He turned his back on her. The mother does not forgive. The garden will be brought back. We will live in Eden again. You should come another time. Perhaps we can give you some wonderful art.
Oh, I'd love that, but Martin would kill me.
He does not have a say anymore. You are now your own. Free to choose. Though you don't choose the art chooses you. You should come visit again. It will hurt, but you'll learn. And do give my regards to Martin.
Would you like me to say hello to Winnetka as well?
Yes. And tell him the offer still stands. If he wishes to be painted, I will paint him.
I will let him know. The same to Martin, or no?
No. I know where Martin's beliefs lie. Give him my regards. And tell him the mother also knows his beliefs.
I will let him know.
Thank you
Now,
for visiting me. I've been curious about you.
before I go, may I know your name?
I am the Painted Lady. You can call me Edith.
Thank you, Edith. My name is Destiny.
I bid you welcome. Visit my garden again. We will talk. And as she turns and steps from the room, the door opens once again. And Lamar, you see the door open up as Destiny just wanders out. And now we're going to flash to the other half of the coterie. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to him. Some of us around here like good liquor. Some of us.
Can I get you something?
I don't need anything.
Okay.
I heard you looking for Genghis.
He gave us an invite.
He did now, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Now, why would he do that?
Oh, I'm sure to start stuff. He likes to make scenes. He did it last night.
Now, see, I don't know you, but I know him. She points at Roscoe. You'd be Roscoe, wouldn't you?
Yes, I am.
I know you. You don't know me, but I know you.
How do you know me?
My friends. I'm just kind of curious what brings you all to... Come on, let's have a better place to talk. Got a booth over in the corner.
Sure. And I take my drinks with me.
And she walks over and goes over to the booth, and she sits down in one side and motions at the other side of the booth for you all to sit opposing her.
Mm-hmm. We will.
Allow me to introduce myself, by the way. I'm Mel Davis.
Mel Davis, that is a beautiful name.
Well, thank you.
Jacqueline.
I know Roscoe.
And I'm Eleanor.
So, you got to fill me in. Why would Genghis invite, well, at least one of you I know is Tower. Why would he invite 3 Tower to my domain?
Oh, I do believe he was recruiting.
Well,
However, I did have some questions for him.
well, welcome to my domain.
I apologize for crossing into your turf without knowing.
We're a little bit less formal on that. Us barons don't hold quite the same stock as Kevin does.
Well, Baron, it is an honor to meet you.
It's nice to meet some relatively civil types. Normally we get Tyrus running through here in a rage, breaking shit. Or Damien coming through here, breaking shit.
You know, as much as I'd like to say I wish we could control them, we really never can. So it is what it is.
Well, I mean, why would we want to control anyone? That's the problem. That's why they break things. They're trying to control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we don't want.
I can understand that. I really can.
Control has always been the problem. So any particular reason you're looking for him? I mean, he's not here tonight, but
Okay.
he might, I could get messages to him.
Well, as you are a Baron, you might be the better person to speak with.
Well, it could be. I admit I'm not much of what I would call myself as a Baron, but that's what they call me. I don't really like that title. That implies that I'm no better than Kevin.
Mm.
But I know when I speak with your kind, it's oddly enough, I get a little more respect when I bring that name up, when I bring up a title.
Well,
It's part of the problem.
I just know that if they recognize you as such, you have influence, certainly, and probably knowledge to go with it.
That's true. That's what they say. I'm still here at least.
We've been looking into some things. Might affect your turf too.
Okay.
2 things, actually. One is the vibe of the city.
The anger, the
Yes.
yeah, I mean, that's normal.
That's normal. Has that been normal long? I've lived in a number of cities. It's never felt like this.
I mean, long as I've been here, but that's of course not saying that much. I've not been here that long.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you know of anyone who
30
might know
years?
more?
oh, there's a number of people who've been here more than 30 years. Depends on what you're trying to find out.
Perhaps someone who's native?
I might know something,
Very good.
but let's just say that it's not exactly something I'm just gonna.
Oh, I don't expect it for free, darling.
Good plan. Because I can't just let you have it for free now, can I?
Of course not.
So, I mean, what do you want them for?
Just to ask some questions. Find out if anything can be done to calm it down a little bit. even in just a localized area?
Throw off the shackles of the oppressed? I'd imagine a lot of the violence comes from the fact that if you look at Chicago, there's a history of it being built on the backs of those who are, shall we say, lower on the social structure, like every city.
That's the story of many cities, and they don't feel like this one.
You might be right there. I can have someone who will come speak with you.
Perfect.
There'll be a favor involved.
Not a problem. Now, I'd like to discuss a personal inquiry.
Okay.
Roscoe and Eleanor, could you excuse me?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
What you got?
Have neonates been turning up missing in your crew, too?
Define missing? I mean, let's put it frankly. Tyrus comes through, busts some skulls, some of us disappear. Damien comes through, busts some skulls, some of us disappear. So missing's a kind of a general term.
Unexplained, unfound, not knowing what happened to them.
Maybe.
I'm looking into it.
Then tell you what. I'll arrange a meeting with the real Baron.
Oh, I like you, Mel Davis.
She'll be real mad that I called her that, but...
Oh, goodness.
You know, we put on fronts, we put on masks.
We all do.
I'll pass on that you're inquiring about that particular
I am.
issue. My question before I will set that meeting up is, why do you give a fuck what happens to a bunch of anarchs? Let's just say the Chicago Tower hasn't exactly been friendly to us.
I'm not native to the Chicago Tower.
Yeah, but you're part of it.
For convenience.
You going to try to tell me you're not loyal to the tower?
Oh, I'm not going to say I'm not.
Well, you want to pick a city where Camarilla runs it? Talk about L.A., where trying to take from Baron Temple his land, his barony. You want to talk about, you know, all the other places where you tower types roll in and push us out. So, again, why does the tower care?
Because Stormlight. It affects us all.
You're referring to that.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in London? In Vienna?
Mm-hmm.
Notice that I haven't seen it much over here yet.
Give it time. They're getting smarter.
Oh, I know. We've got one that knows a bit.
Really?
I'm not going to go into big details, but let's just say he was their guest for a while. Until he broke free.
My goodness.
He's not quite right, but...
how could you be? Oh, my goodness.
So,
well,
they are a threat. I will agree with that part.
There's concerns with that. There's also, I have my own personal concerns that I will not divulge.
I'll arrange a meeting.
Thank you.
Give me a number you can be contacted at. When you get the meeting, you will follow the instructions of the meeting.
I pass a card to her.
Exactly as it's said.
Of course. I will show the utmost respect.
Well, we don't care that much about the respect part. But let's just say we want to make sure that...
It's not a setup?
Yeah.
I understand. I'm going into this genuinely.
Because We already had an incident last week with Tyra showing up at one of our little gatherings and causing problems.
That is what he does.
Ask him whether he's feeling better after that bullet he took.
If I happen to run across him, I will. Because that'll be fun.
And warn him. Duncan's still looking for him.
Do I recognize the name?
No, you don't.
And I'll let him know when I see him.
I'll pass it on, though.
We don't generally hang in the same circles.
Understandable.
I appreciate the civil meeting with you.
Go on. Public place, having a bar.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of shocked, Genghis. Where the hell did you run into Genghis? Let me just answer that for me.
At the gallery last night.
I told him not to go.
Oh, come on. I saw him for all of 5 minutes before I had assessed him from head to toe.
I'm trying to remember how he put this. He said, but Annabelle will be there, and it's so much fun to see if I can break the stick out of her ass.
Yeah, he didn't. He tried. He gave it the best effort he could, but she is hardcore bitch.
I've tried to tell him that's not a stick in her ass. That's just her whole spine. But yeah, I'll let him know you were by. I'm sure he'll be pleased to know that.
Oh yeah,
he got you at least come here. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell him that you're real interested in joining the movement.
I'm telling you, Mel Davis, I really do like you.
You shouldn't if other people knew you were talking to me. Let's just say your status in Chicago probably wouldn't be what it was. I'm not very well liked. And if certain people knew you were talking to me, they'd be wondering why you're not trying to kill me.
Well, murder's not my style typically. But I will say that I'm not as high and mighty as you think. And I get up and leave.
And as Eleanor and Roscoe, do you have any conversation while Jackie was talking to Mel Davis? Or were you just kind of chilling, watching?
Yeah, observing, though I do kind of lean over towards Roscoe and sort of say, it looks like it's getting a little heated.
Yeah, but then Jackie was laughing.
Yeah. It must be going well.
Well, there's no blood flying, so.
Mm-hmm. And we don't want any fights.
I was kind of hoping to get Jackie in the mosh pit, though.
I don't think she's going to go.
Just for the picture. I mean, not because I want her to get pushed around.
And then Jackie gets up and walks over to you two.
Okay, we can go.
Oh, okay. Everything's all right?
Everything's fine.
Good.
Did you want to try the mosh pit for a minute?
Roscoe, you are not the manipulator you think you are. And I walk out the door.
I don't even think I am.
You're just too sweet.
And now, while you all get in the car to drive back, I'm going to flash back to Destiny and Lamar as Destiny comes out of the Painted Lady.
Destiny's going to walk out and go over to grab Hyde out of Lamar's arms, who I'm assuming Hyde is hissing and spitting. And
he set Hyde down as soon as they got outside.
Destiny's going to go and look at Lamar's shoes.
Lamar is standing near a puddle, but not in a puddle. Lamar was watching for that because Lamar knew when a cat gets that hissy and shit being brought outside, the cat is planning something, and Lamar's been making sure Hyde can't get that close.
So, let's
get what you needed.
No. Yes. Our message that we're looking for some information is going to get passed on. So yes, I got what I needed.
All right, back to the steakhouse it is.
Yeah, let's Let's get into the car, son of Cade. Did you see the pun? Because your last name's Cade and Kane and no? Okay.
You ride in the car.
Destiny's
and I will let
going
you have your
to
scene.
put hide in the back seat, not in the purse,
Okay.
and sit in the front. And as soon as the door closes, she's batshit crazy, Lamar. Absolutely crazy.
So you weren't interested in what she was selling.
Did you think I was?
You know what? I can never tell because I've met a few of her kind before. They sell some good shit. And a lot of people go for it. He starts the car and he will drive them back to the steakhouse.
Do you have a talk, or is it one of those very uncomfortable silence rides?
You know what? Hey, you can't pay me to come back here in the future, but I hope you'll consider not coming back here either. Just my 2 cents.
She told me she wanted me to come back.
Well, shit. You gonna go back?
Are you gonna come with me?
You know what? I'll wait in the car next time. For a moment, I thought she was going somewhere else with a his kind thing, but then I realized where she was really going with it, and I almost would have preferred the first one.
You do realize that in some ways you owe me your life right now, right?
No.
Really?
I was leaving that place one way or the other, but here's the thing. I came down here out of good faith. Why don't we just leave it at that? We're coterie mates. Just leave it at that. It's like a floating 20.
What if I don't want to leave it at that?
All right, then I better speed up to outrun this argument.
No one's arguing. It was a question. I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm just throwing out hypotheticals, Lamar. Just throwing out hypotheticals.
Well, hypothetically, let's get back to work.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Well, you're talking about me owing you my life and all that. And
No, I just said in some ways you owe me something.
And at that point, he'll drive in silence.
Okay. And now we flash to Jacqueline and Roscoe and Eleanor as they get back in the vehicle, and Etienne goes, "Are we heading back to the
steakhouse?
Steakhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone approach the vehicle while we were in?
No, man, it got some eyeballs.
Of course.
It's not exactly the norm for this neighborhood.
Right.
But nobody got close to it, ma'am.
Good.
I would have, if somebody had, I would have had the parking light, only one of them on.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you so much, Etienne. Okay. So, as you know, she's going to basically pass word and get somebody to, get in contact with us. She's a very interesting bird.
She seemed very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Not actually the Baron.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
But I will have a meeting with said Baron.
Okay.
So.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
It looked like you're having a good conversation.
Oh, it was a fascinating conversation. She's hot-blooded, like the Anarchs tend to be, but
Right.
she's an interesting individual. And I think I worked out a good deal for some personal business I need.
Good.
So.
Speaking of personal business, I'm kind of wondering how it is she knows me, because I don't know her.
Does she look familiar at all?
Intelligence? And, these are always tough when you're trying to pull that kind of thing. Intelligence,
Awareness?
no, I'll go medicine.
Oh, okay.
I know it's an odd one to ask him to roll, but there's
Like a familial resemblance, genetics type stuff?
that kind of thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what he gets. Damn, Roscoe, you're doing better than usual. That's enough for a
Because I'm
challenging.
not rolling them.
That's enough for a challenging. There is, and thinking on that lines, she has a slight resemblance to Abraham.
Huh. Okay. So he's a talker too.
Slightly resembles your regent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jackie, did she mention that she was related in any way to my regent? She
No, she didn't mention it, but it would be interesting if that's the case.
she favors him a
Oh,
good bit.
interesting. Interesting. She says she's been around for about 30 years. She did, of course, as you know, say that it was like that as long as she's been around, as far as how it feels in the city. So, but yeah, so who knows? Maybe they are related. Actually
Could be.
related.
Right.
Might be something to bring up to him next time you see him.
Yeah.
Met someone
Yeah,
that looked somewhat like you.
Yeah. Can't explain it.
So.
But Destiny's going to be disappointed I didn't get pictures of all of us in the mosh pit having a good time.
Please. If you really wanted to go in that mosh pit, you could have gone and I would have taken pictures of you.
Thanks, no.
No, okay. Okay. Keep bringing that up, and next time we go, I will throw you in the mosh pit.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. All in good fun, Roscoe. All in good fun.
Yes, of course.
But yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, so we'll just wait and hear things. See how it goes. Hopefully they had luck on their end.
So you arrive back at the steakhouse and find Lamar and Destiny at the steakhouse with a very obvious, how can I put this? There's a tension in the room between the two of them.
Of course there is.
And you could probably cut that tension with a knife.
Jackie,
The tension's mostly coming from Lamar. Destiny's smiling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like a cat.
Mm-hmm.
That ate a canary. Mm-hmm.
That might have pissed in the back seat of the car.
So, how did it go with you guys?
Lamar doesn't like puns, and he refuses to trade in favors. Oh, otherwise it went great. Right, Lamar?
Elaborate?
Elaborate what?
It went great. How did it go great?
What happened?
What information are you looking for?
Well, you went there for a reason.
Did she know someone, or was she the person?
Oh, she wasn't the person.
Okay.
She let us in. She talked to us. She barely let Lamar out with his life. Lamar refuses to accept the fact that she only let him leave because of me.
Okay, that's unimportant.
No, it's important to me. And she said that she would pass the message along. And then she gave me some messages to pass along as well.
Oh, okay.
He's also a Bahari, but
Do I recognize that?
Yeah, you're an old enough. Actually, all of you are an old enough kindred to understand what Bahari means. That she's a follower of Lilith, not believing she's from Cain.
She's a heretic. Fucking fantastic.
Like the crazy kind, or
I know Urian is not as familiar with the Bahari cult. It is a BDSM fetish, pain-inflicting worshippers of Lilith.
Yeah.
What? Anything related to Lilith is pain.
Remember everything you learned from the memoriam we were in.
Yep.
Mhm.
Right.
That is what she's part of.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fantastic. Well, I also was able to, I didn't see Genghis, but real funny. He'd invite us to show and then he wouldn't be there himself. Real funny. But we met a very charming young woman and she gave us some great information that she may have someone that she can get in contact with us that might know more. And so it was good. And no, I did not go in the mosh pit.
I tried. No, she wouldn't do it.
You disappoint me, Jackie.
I'm sorry. I'm a little too old for that.
You're never too old for mosh pits, apparently. That's what Genghis would say, at least.
well, that's an informed opinion.
And Genghis is a 12-year-old in a man's body. So, okay, well, I guess we wait until we hear from people.
So, the question is, what does the coterie do at this point? Do you just sit in your steakhouse and wait? Or do you wander your domain? Or what is your plan? It's early enough in the night that, your domain is still busy and things are going on.
Jackie's going to head out to the jazz club.
Anyone go with her?
Destiny, do you want to go to the jazz club? And
yeah, tonight I'll go to the jazz club.
I'll go too.
What are you going to be up to, Lamar?
I gotta go take care of something, so I will catch y'all a little bit later.
Well, then I guess I'll go with you guys to the jazz club.
Okay.
Hey.
So where is Lamar going while they're heading to the jazz club?
He's gonna go clean his car.
When you go out and look at your car, there's no piss or shit in there, but the back upholstery has got a bunch of little spots ripped up in it from where the cat decided to start running the claws through the floorboard and tearing the carpet there.
Yeah, Lamar's gonna go get that taken care of. He knows a guy.
Okay. So we flash to the rest of the coterie as you head up to the jazz bar. And it's a busy night. Not crazy, because at this point, it's actually, no, it's Saturday, isn't it? Because Friday was the art. So it's pretty busy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the hostility is there, but it's a slow boil, not a raging fire of things. And when you get to the jazz bar, it's pretty packed. But there is somebody you recognize in that back booth again.
Kathy?
Kathy is there. Once again, Lamar missed his chance to see her in the back corner.
And I can try sending a text to Lamar, say.
He'll get it like 6 hours later.
Yeah, right.
Just get it tomorrow night.
Well, it
come join us.
What do you text Lamar?
Just come join us at the jazz club. It'll be a good time.
You do get the text. It comes through this time.
goes to press K and finds the K button not freaking working. Okay, still not working. OKAY PQXD. Wait 5 minutes. Wait 5 minutes.
So the coterie, I assume, since all the ones you can drink are currently in the jazz club, get a drink, sitting at a booth, or do you go over to set and talk with Kathy? What is the plan now that you're in here with got some good jazz playing?
Do we see Nero anywhere?
No, you don't.
Jackie's going to just basically pick a table kind of close to the performers and just sit and listen.
Okay.
Destiny's going to go sit with Kathy.
Okay. Eleanor?
As Destiny's kind of watching, she says, do you want me to go with, or do you want me to stay over here so you can make friends?
Whichever you prefer.
Oh, well, I want to give you the best chance of making friends. And I don't actually know what the best way to make friends is. I do my best, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Why don't you go ask Jackie what the best way to make friends is? And then if I'm doing something wrong, you guys can come and interrupt the conversation, right?
I'm trying to remember, has Destiny had a chance to talk with Kathy?
No, she hasn't. She should be introduced.
Well, I said in during one of the downtimes that I went to the jazz club, but I don't know if Kathy ever was there.
Let me see if she was or not.
I'm gonna roll a die.
She was there, so you at least know her.
Okay.
Yep, I rolled a die.
Well, I'll sit with Jackie then, and if it looks like intervention needs to happen, then I'll go over. But you have this. I know you do.
Yeah, sure.
And when you sat next to Kathy looks up. She's been kind of tracing her nail on the table, just kind of listening to the music. Hello, Destiny. How are things tonight?
They're going pretty well.
Did you come to watch the music?
Yeah. I like jazz.
I do too.
I mainly came to just kind of see if you were here and say hello and see how you're doing.
I try to pop in every weekend. I don't get to come down during the week because normally baby chorus, we're doing our thing and, we don't really play jazz. So I like to come here on the weekends and just to get a feel for things. I hope I'm not intruding on your area.
No.
Okay, good.
Unless you are.
No, I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to. As far as I'm aware, we're allowed to at least walk through here. But it's a different band this week.
Yeah, the bass isn't as good.
No, you really should talk to the owner and see if we can book better quality people. Might help some things around here.
Yeah. I could see about having a conversation with them.
I heard...
Is jazz the favorite kind of music, or do you like something else?
No, I like all kinds of music, but, jazz is like one of the few things we don't play. So I like to go and hear, what I'm not doing.
Kind of like getting a little bit of a break from normal day-to-day life?
If you only listen to one type of music and only do one type of music, you're missing out. You need to see it all to improve the craft.
It's true.
And how can I say this? I heard y'all ran into Nero.
Yeah, he was at the art gallery last night. He talked to Jackie for a while.
You wouldn't happen to know what he said, would you? He's distant.
Has he always been distant?
Well, since he woke up.
Did you know him before?
Oh, yeah. I watched him while he slept. I knew he'd wake up eventually. So I watched him while he slept, and then when he woke up, I brought him food while he wrote. But he doesn't normally tell me the things he's doing some nights, but he did mention he ran into you all. Struck me as odd.
How long did he sleep for?
Decade? I mean, he went to sleep about the time of the lupine attacks and woke up afterwards.
Does he talk about the violence to you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was talking to Jackie about.
That's what his music's about. That's why he said he woke up. He heard the violence sing to him. And 1 second, Lamar, you said you were coming to the jazz club?
At some point, the letter O will come through.
Okay. And whenever you feel like arriving, you do arrive, but you'll see, Destiny talking with Kathy and the rest of the coterie, sitting in another booth, hanging out. And then we'll go back to Destiny and Kathy for a minute.
I'm at a table, not a booth.
At a table. Okay. He woke up because of the music, the violence. He didn't he never told me how he knew, but he could feel it and started writing it. I mean, it's better than what it was before he went to sleep. Before he went to sleep, he couldn't write anything anymore. That's why he went to sleep. Our kind, when we can't create, it's a problem.
I know.
I'm just glad he's creating again.
What did you create while he slept?
I played with baby chorus. So we did music. We have a place together, so I would check in on him every morning before the sun came up. I would check on him down in the basement, and then when he wasn't awake, I would go about my thing. 10 years seems like a long time, but it's not for us.
10 years is my entire lifetime.
I mean, it's not long. I mean, I've only been around, almost 50 years. Wow. Don't really think of the time sometimes. But even 50 years is nothing compared to some of us around here. I've been told in time where you get, to where it just all blends together. Maybe after my first century, who knows?
Maybe.
I mean,
has Nero tried to release the violence in your blood?
Why would you say that?
I think that was a phrase that I remember Jackie saying. It just kind of struck me as weird, right?
Where would she
does he
have heard,
hurt you or anything?
Wait a minute. Where would she have heard that?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't. It's a very odd thing to say.
If he does, you can tell me and I'll help you.
He doesn't hurt me at all. He's distant, but I mean, a lot of our kind are distant. We don't have those connections like we used to, but no, he doesn't hurt me, but it's just an odd thing. I've never heard him say something like that. That's why I'm wondering where she heard that from, because it doesn't sound like him.
I mean, I'm only telling you the information that I heard secondhand. So maybe the phrasing was wrong, or maybe I misheard. Sometimes I space out a little bit, and the art was pretty nice in the art gallery. So
I should have gone. I really should have, but I felt like hearing the music, and he wanted to go look at art. He does that sometimes, hoping, as he puts it, to feel the passion or to feel the creative spark. But he doesn't. He just comes back and writes more music. He doesn't even go hunting anymore. I have to bring him people.
that must be tough.
It's not as hard as you'd think.
No, I'm not saying like that it's hard. I'm saying that that's a lot of pressure on you.
No. You know, if it wasn't for him, I'd be gone already. So, you know, I wasn't going to make it to any kind of age. Not the way I was living.
That doesn't mean that you should be his slave
No,
for the
I'm not
rest of
his slave.
eternity, does it?
I mean, I'm not his slave.
I'd used the wrong word. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
I mean, I know he's distant and he's cold, but I love him. So that's what we do, isn't it? You love somebody, you help him out. He'll recover in time.
If you ever need to talk, I'm here.
Oh,
Do you want a drink? I'm going to go get something and then...
wait a minute. Whoa. You can drink? I know I saw you the
Yeah.
other night, but I didn't think you were drinking that.
Yeah.
How? I don't even know how you do that, because when I do it, I have to, try not to throw it back up. It just gives me the shivers thinking about it.
I'm sorry to hear that. That was...
I thought that was normal for a condition, but apparently I missed a memo in there.
Lamar has the same issue as you do.
Where is he tonight? I don't see him with you all.
Well, I saw him earlier.
And it's about this time I think Lamar walks in the bar.
It says he looks for the group, and he'll head over to the table as soon as he sees them.
No, there he is.
Do you want me to bring him over?
No.
He thinks you're pretty.
Yeah, but I may have said some things, and Nero's taking an interest in him that, based on what you've just told me about releasing violence and blood, that I'm not quite sure that I should speak with him right now. Just until things die down a bit. Because if he's saying that, there's only one person I can think of he'd say it about, because he's been awful curious about Lamar and La Sombra in general.
Okay. Well, enjoy the music.
Well,
I probably should go apologize to Lamar. My cat told me that it was like, meow, meow. And I picked him up out of the backseat of his car, and there was a lot of scratching, and I should probably at least apologize to him.
You have a cat? It's totally Annabelle of you to have a fashion accessory animal. Except hers is named Brett.
Brett?
Yeah, he's
What kind of animal is Brett?
How can I put this? If it wasn't for this, when he does this, it'd ruin it all. Dumb as a box of rocks, but looks like Adonis.
Wait, is Brett a human or an animal?
Both? He's a human.
Oh, is he a frat boy?
No.
When I was in college, there were like 20 frat boy Bretts that were 100%
he
animals.
was a stripper that she took a fancy to, and she drags him everywhere like a puppy on a leash. But not a literal leash, but he follows her like a puppy on a leash, and he's dumber than hell. I mean, he is just so boringly stupid. But I mean, he's hot, but that's her pet.
I think that
You'll have to
Jackie
see it.
might go for the same kind of pets that Annabelle does.
I sure hope not. I don't think anyone should be around somebody that stupid. You'll see him. Trust me, you'll see him. And he is just so stupid. It's just so hard to explain. You'll find out, but it's like a fashion accessory for him or for her. And I'm glad yours is an actual cat because
yeah, she goes inside of my purse and everything.
Because if Annabelle could put him in a purse, I'm sure she would. Oh, God. You'll meet him, I'm sure.
Should I tell him you say hi?
Please don't.
Okay. I won't.
If you really want to... He's known to go hang out at a place called the Backtrack Club.
Is that where he used to strip?
Yes.
What kind of stripper hangs out at their work?
The Backtrack Club is a... well, I mean, this is different when I was younger, but these days, I guess it's more socially acceptable. It is it's a gay bar. When I was younger, it was looked at different, of course. Nowadays, that's fine, but...
Is Brett gay?
Well, I mean, he's one of us. I don't think he knows... I don't think he settles on any one thing.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you look like that, you're free to be all the things.
You don't have to look like that to be all the things.
Well, he does.
That makes me feel better because I would feel really weird if Annabelle used him as a fashion accessory and he didn't swing that way. That would skeeve me out.
It wouldn't matter to her.
I know, and that's what would skeeve me out.
Oh, if that's what skeeves you out about her, you are obviously new to the city.
I'm new to everything. Kathy with a K.
Do you know that woman? She leans forward. It's just a rumor. Do you know she spends most nights sleeping at the Succubus Club with Portia? The Primogen.
Now when you say sleeping with
the Primogen shacking up with a neonate.
At the club.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you at least got to do it inside of
sharing a haven.
Your haven or a room.
It's Portia's
or a
haven,
hotel.
and they share the haven.
It's very strange.
No, you didn't hear that from me. I don't want to be the one that, I'm just spreading what rumors we hear. Because, when you're part of the Rose Garden, you got to make sure what's spread through the vines is shared with everybody, right?
Indeed. I like spreading things through vines.
Have to
If
remember
I find
that.
any information out, I'll let you know. If you want to do the same, we can be friends.
Of course. There's information and then there's rumor, and they both have a place.
And they both have a time.
That's right. And Kathy
Speaking of
grins a
time, I'm
bit.
going to go find the owner. We need to get some better.
I thought you were going to go hang out with your friends too, though.
They can wait. Lamar just got there. He probably wants to talk about my cat. And he grabbed Hyde by the scruff of his neck. So a little bit, not mad at him. I'm not mad. I'm totally happy with him right now.
You don't sound it.
Uh-huh. I know. Anyway, better band. Just for you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get out of here anyway because it's better for me to go find Nero before he comes looking. He disturbs the people when he comes looking. If you walk down the street with him, it draws some attention.
Yeah. If you ever need a listening ear, you need to vent or talk.
Us roses got to stick together, right?
Even when there's thorns.
Well, the thorns are the best part. It's what makes us us. And Kathy gets up and kind of taps the table with her nail and then just kind of walks out. And Destiny goes, and as she's looking for the owner, I will turn it over to the rest of the players.
As we've been sitting here, Eleanor has pulled out a little notepad from her bag and has been doodling on it while they're sitting there.
Where's the fire?
Fire?
Oh, I thought you weren't joining us tonight.
Well, the message I got sounded like I needed to show up quickly.
Oh, no, just we were having a good time. I thought you'd like to join us. Just in case whatever you're doing, ended early.
Oh.
And Kathy with a K was here.
Oh. Well, she seems to like this place, so.
And you still see, Kathy hasn't got up to leave yet because this is the timeline of it. So you still see Kathy sitting there talking with Destiny.
Yeah, Lamar is going to pay attention to the people in front of him.
Yeah.
We saved you a chair.
Thank you, Eleanor. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Can I get you a drink to just sit in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Anyone's welcome to it.
I'll drink it.
I'll walk up to the bar.
Okay. And you go up to the bar and order
get him a drink.
What do you order?
I look him over. I'm going to get gin.
A gin? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And bartender serves it up pretty quick. And you bring it back over to the table?
Mm-hmm. And I set the gin down.
Okay.
Lamar lifts the gin and he actually kind of looks at it for a moment.
Did I peg it?
And there's kind of a look on his face, like
gasoline, right?
No, I just used to know someone who liked gin.
Well, hopefully it's a fond memory, not a tragic one.
It all ends bad in the end.
True.
But.
True. And Jackie's just kind of been quiet and listening to the music.
Yes. You all sit there and relax. You finally see Kathy get up to leave. And on her way out, she stops by the bartender to pay her tab. And she says something to the bartender as she walks out of the building. And shortly thereafter, the bartender comes over to your table and slides a gin in front of Lamar. Compliments of the lady who was just leaving.
People are trying to get me killed in this city. All right.
Well, at least she likes you.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
That is the problem.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I steal a sip from one of the gins.
Lamar will just slide them both over in her direction.
Destiny has a talk with the owner, doesn't take long, and then comes back over to the table.
Destiny also asks the owner to whatever band he hires that's better to take note of what songs she requests.
Okay. And
then I come back to the table.
I will let you roll for that real quick. You can roll, sounds like a manipulation roll, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Manipulation, persuasion, or, let's see, manipulation subterfuge will work.
Okay.
Because you have a specialization in impeccable lies. So you coming
I'm
up
not
with
lying with that.
Well,
so.
coming up with why you want to know is a lie. So you could use that specialization for that.
Okay.
You got more than one
success.
Die there. No, you. Okay,
that was my specialization that I rolled.
Okay, so one success.
I didn't roll the
willpower.
You might want to willpower that one.
Yeah, because that's going to fail epically.
Yeah, one's not enough to convince him of shit.
Is it three for
dice,
willpower?
Yep. 3
you
black dice.
You can roll up to 3 black dice. You have 3 failures on black dice. So you can roll
she
all
has
3.
4 failures on black dice.
Yeah, but she can roll 3 of them. So
how do I?
You're best off just at the bottom of the screen, right-clicking the die and selecting 3.
I'm right-clicking it, and it's not letting me.
You select 3, left-click, and then toss them onto the chat window.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Okay, I can throw it for you, like that. See?
Thank you.
Gave you 2 successes.
Okay.
So they're like, okay. He guy nods his head. It's you slip him a little money, of course.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is World of Darkness. Everyone's on the take. And you return to the table as you see Lamar sliding 2 gins over to Eleanor.
Destiny, did you make friends?
I think so.
Oh, that's so good. I knew it would probably work.
Yeah, she seems super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Her relationship with Nero seems super one-sided, but she seems to like it, so that's fine, right?
She bought Lamar a drink when she left.
She did?
She did. It's this one, the one I haven't drunk yet.
That is the best in the whole entire world. That's like the best insult that I've ever heard of. Oh. Why are you all staring at me?
What is funny?
Oh, well, I offered to buy her a drink, and she said that the thought of drinking anything at all just makes her nauseous, and was like flabbergasted that I could drink. And then she was saying that she thought that it was just kind of normal. And I said, oh yeah, Lamar can't drink anything either. It makes him really nauseous too. So she was the best
Ouch.
insult in the entire world.
So she doesn't like you, Lamar.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
No, you kind of did.
No, I mean,
are we going?
I was laughing at it, but I didn't mean to make him feel bad about it.
Are we going to go much longer with y'all spatting with each other?
Well, she purposefully didn't talk to him to try to keep him safe.
And that's great. Never mind.
So she probably does like him. Or doesn't. I don't know. I mean, who's to know
it doesn't matter.
The minds of women, right? She's in a very long-term committed relationship too, so.
And I'm absolutely happy for
her. Sorry about your car, Lamar.
We're even.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Oh no.
Yes?
Lamar, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
So we got 2 different tracks of information coming back to us about the issues around here, as we'll call them.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got a time frame on when someone's going to get back to them, or are we just waiting until they give us a call back?
Waiting. Individuals think they're important, and so we are waiting on their leisure.
All right, fair enough.
To be fair, we'd probably do the same thing to anybody else, right?
Of course.
And as that uncomfortable silence spreads around the coterie, and they're sitting in a jazz bar relaxing, one of the first nights they've actually got to relax without feeling imminent danger. This is where we end this episode. Now, for this week's Viewer XP, Eleanor, you won the Viewer XP this week.
Thank you, everybody.
So you get 3 XP, everybody else gets 2. If you are watching this, pop over to our Discord. We'll have a link right over here in chat. Vote for who you think this episode gets a bonus XP. It can be anybody. We've only got 2 more episodes left of the season. Yep, I forgot to bring up the giveaway. So right now, right fucking now, give up, go into giveaway. See, this is what happens when you're a storyteller and you get so caught up in the scenes with the players that you don't remember to remind the giveaway. In chat right now, type in
exclamation point
gift
giveaway.
card.
Oh, gift card. Gift
Exclamation point gift card. Enter yourself right now for a $50 drive-through RPG gift card. And it will be open from now until the stream ends. So enter yourself in. You don't have to be a follower to win. Just type in exclamation point gift card right this second. And hopefully somebody gets a nice Christmas present of some drive-through RPG stuff. I heard Let Streets Run Red came out. It's a great thing to buy for Vampire. Add that to your collection. I can speak from personal experience. Chicago by Night and Chicago Folios are both amazing. Some great stuff in there. Chicago Folios has not only more Kindred, but a lot of story chronicle hooks you can use and little bits and pieces and like short blurbs you can use for a mini scene or a couple scenes or just, a little series of things. You don't have to use them as a full chronicle, and it's great. A lot of good info in there. It even has some adventure stuff in it too. Some good, ideas for things to do. It's a great book. Pop into the Discord and give us our votes. And I'm going to say it again, exclamation point gift card right there in chat. It'll tell you if you did it right, because it'll say you've been entered. If you don't see the message you've been entered, you're not entered. Doesn't do you any good to enter more than once. Sorry. We don't let you just spam the command to get a bunch of entries. You know how that is. We are 2 episodes away from the end of the season. And I think tonight was one of the episodes where I gave the players a little bit of break on the tension. Eased up a little. And you know what that means. Next session.
Next week's going to suck.
Yeah, next session, I'm going to hit them back. You have to do that. You have to go in dribs and drabs and ebbs and flows. If you like what we're doing, you can give us a follow here on Twitch. You can give us a subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscribe. You can give it to us. If you want to give the players thanks for what they're doing, bits and donations go to the players, not to us. That's for the players. It's not like they're making money. We're trying to make money doing it, but it might buy them a Starbucks. Damn, Starbucks is expensive. Maybe not. It's hard to say because holy hell. But that's how we like to share with the players in each of our streams. If you want to check out great content, look over here in chat. Look it over. Silvanov runs game Saturdays in the evenings. You got Macabre Derek coming on after this. Junie Von X on the RPG table. She has a stream during the day, Saturdays, Vampire. We got a lot of Vampire people on there. Anime Panda, she's in Haunted Chronicles, and she's great. Nice person. We love Anime Panda. Check her out during the day. She's European. Daytime stuff. Coming up this week, we don't have any midweek streams, but we do have this Saturday, December 26th, a special one-shot run by me of Paranoia. For those that have never seen Paranoia, it is not a serious game. It is over-the-top insanity with a bunch of people who are going to murder each other multiple times during the episode.
Everything is treason, happiness is mandatory, and the computer is your friend.
That's correct. And I get to be
Sounds
the computer.
like Among Us.
And, yes, everything you do is some way treasonable. And if you're not having fun, well, happiness is mandatory. And we've got a great cast for that. Some of the people you've seen on other streams, even some people that haven't been on any of our streams yet. So we got some new people and some other people. That'd be a lot of fun. We're going into the holiday season here. There's not much during the week for McStabber Studios until January because of the holiday.
We have this on Sunday.
Yep. This is on Sunday at 5 p.m. We are running 2 episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everyone's been enjoying this first season.
And if you'd like to catch our back content on all our shows, you can do so on YouTube. We also have the links for Ishvel and Haunted Chronicles in chat now.
Yep. And remember, exclamation point gift card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep talking for 2 more minutes to give time for everybody to put in for the free gift card because gift card.
We love you all. We appreciate your support, and we want to give someone a little Christmas gift for all the love and support that we have gotten from our community. Thank you all so, so much. And whatever you celebrate, we hope you have very happy holidays, truly.
Yep. And this marks this is the 20th. It's the day before the 15-month anniversary of our channel. And
we have grown so much because of y'all, and it really touches our heart that you've enjoyed what we've done here.
This is our way of sharing and giving back to all the people who have given to us. And I hope you buy some good shit because, I mean, $50 on Drive-Thru-RPG, you can go and pull a full TAM and get a bunch of one-page RPGs that are so much fun, and you could just go wild.
Yeah.
Because he's got his one-page RPGs, and he runs them all the time.
You could potentially get a lot of stuff.
Yep. He runs them constantly. Matter of fact, he's got a one he's talking about coming up here. I forget the date. It's going to be in January of a cat. You're all playing cats.
Cat. Mm-hmm. It's a role play game called Cat, and
you're defending your house from supernatural beings
that your owners can't see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds amazing.
That does sound kind of cool.
It does sound awesome.
And honestly, Tam is encouraging costuming. So you're going to see people dressed up as cats on stream.
You know, we do a lot of dark games like the Vampire and the Wraith and the Haunted Chronicles, but we try to also put in some stuff.
Some stuff that's just fun.
That's just fun.
Yeah.
And to break the dark tension, because otherwise this shit gets too dark. And next week, I would expect to see some dark shit. Because I gave them a break this week. And like any storyteller will tell you, you can't turn the screws on them all the time. You got to let the screws off a little bit so that you can tighten it back down. And I'm planning to tighten that shit back down this week. So get ready. And
of course, the very last episode of the season will be just sweetness and light. And it'll just be
because we'll go into the season break with nothing but pleasant, fun, happy times. So that we can go on season break with no cliffhangers hanging over everybody's head.
No, it's always the cliffhangers. Always the cliffhangers.
Believe you.
Quit telling
I believe Shanky.
That's in Shanky's playbook.
It is. I love cliffhangers at the end
How
of
are we
the season.
doing on time?
It is now time. We can.
Okay,
good.
The giveaway is now
the giveaway is closed.
So we will basically announce the winner
in chat.
Okay.
And you will get told in chat who won, and I will message you on Twitch. To let you know
that you
need to give me your email. I'll message you so I can get an email address so I can send you the $50 gift card from Drive-Thru-RPG.
And congratulations to whomever the winner is.
I wish I could say who it was live, but since we pre-record, we can't do that.
No.
I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
Yep. So, but thank you all for joining us tonight, and happy holidays.
And have a good Christmas
and hopefully
or whatever
we'll see you
celebrate.
Saturday if you're available. So.
Yep. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating, have a happy one.
Yes.
And if you're celebrating nothing, have a happy nothing as well. And to quote
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yep. Festivus for the rest of us. That's right. And to quote Chops, mental health is no joke. With this, the holiday season, a lot of people get down. check in on your family, check in on your loved ones, check in on the people you know. Make sure they're okay. Don't assume. Nobody can carry all the burden alone. Nobody can do everything themselves. If you need to reach out and talk to somebody, reach out and talk to them. If somebody needs help and they want to reach out and talk to you, talk to them. Because we're all in this together, everybody. It's not every man for himself. It's not every woman for himself. It's not every they for themselves. It is, we're here together on this planet. And the only way that we're going to get by is together. So I hope
night,
you're all
everyone.
doing safe, and good night.
Good night, everybody.